Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And on this episode, or in this video, I wanted to talk about the do's and don'ts of weight loss. And I know that there's a lot of you guys who are struggling to lose weight, and there's just do's and don'ts that you guys are doing that is just making it difficult for you. And you're probably busting your butt, you're doing your thing, you're working hard, but you're just focusing on the don'ts that's keeping you back from losing weight. And as I said on my last video, my intro to this YouTube channel, I mentioned that I'm an online fitness coach. And I was on a call with one of my clients, like I mentioned before, if I didn't, I do weekly check-in calls with my clients. And something that came up on one of our calls was, my client, she's amazing, like I said, she's doing great. And she was thanking me for giving her this information, for being her coach, because there's so many don'ts that she would have done. And she said there's just so much information out there, Chris, that I'm just, I would have made so many mistakes. I would have struggled and I would have given up because I wouldn't see the results I'm seeing now with you. And that would have just been from lack of information, because there are people out there pouring the wrong information out there because they're just preying on people who are desperate to lose weight. And it sucks, but it's the world we live in. So, to go into it, some of the don'ts I want you guys to be aware of when it comes to losing weight is the first don't. Don't buy waist trainers. Waist trainers don't do anything for you. Waist trainers just a waste of money. I used to use waist trainers. At least I did use a waist trainer once. I think it was waist trainers for men. I bought it at Modell's Sporting Goods. And I told myself it was gonna work. I had a friend who was using it at the time. He clearly was wrong when he told me it was working for him, because I doubt it actually was. And when I put on this waist trainer, I would go on the treadmill. I jog for like 30 minutes. And then when I get off, I would go into the restroom and kind of look at, the waist trainer, and I would see a whole bunch of sweat dripping from my stomach. And I would tell myself, oh, I'm losing weight. Well, at the time I had belly fat. So I would tell myself, oh, I'm losing stomach fat. I must be doing good. When it was just like, no, you're not losing stomach fat. You're just sweating around your stomach. And sweating is not associated with losing weight necessarily, because you can sweat and not lose weight. And normally, when we're like, obviously doing cardio and stuff like that, we're working out, maybe strength training, we're gonna sweat, and we like to think it means weight loss, but it doesn't mean weight loss. It just means that you're sweating, you're releasing the water from your body. The temperature in your body is heating up so much that you are sweating, you're releasing the water from your body. And that does not necessarily mean that you are losing weight, because weight loss comes from being in a calorie deficit, and you create a calorie deficit either through the food that you consume or through being as active enough that it takes for you to lose weight. So you either increase your level of activity or you decrease the calories you are consuming. It's either one of those two that you're doing. So it doesn't even matter about the diets and stuff like that. So that brings me to my second don't. Don't tell yourself that you need to be doing intermittent fasting. Don't tell yourself that you need to be doing the ketogenic diet and all these other diets. You don't need to put yourself on a diet. Putting yourself on a diet is probably gonna make it worse, because you're now telling yourself there's only certain foods that you can eat. There's a certain macronutrient that you need to focus on. And with the ketogenic diet, for you guys that don't know, what you should, it's so popular nowadays, the ketogenic diet focuses on fats, and that's saturated and unsaturated. And if you've been doing your homework, and if saturated fat is it's not good. You should probably try to reduce it as much as you can if you want to stay alive for a long time. So, but the ketogenic diet, it focuses on not saturated fat, but it focuses on fats. And it kind of doesn't give much love and attention to protein and carbs. And it's so popular because it's low carbs, and people think that low carbs is just, the diet to go to. So the ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting is not needed. So that's your second don't. Don't tell yourself you need to be on a certain diet to lose weight, because you do not. You just need to eat in a way where it's sustainable and it creates a calorie deficit, along with you being active enough to lose the body fat. So yes, you can have pizza. Like me, I love pizza. I'm from New York, currently living in Europe, like I mentioned in my last video, but I love pizza, and I'm gonna always love pizza, and I'm gonna eat pizza, and all my clients can still eat pizza and still lose weight. But it's how much pizza are you eating? Where are your calories at daily when you're eating the pizza? Yes, you can have a donut and stuff like that. I'm not trying to tell you to eat unhealthy. No, you wanna have healthy choices, But you're not gonna lose weight and then tell yourself you're gonna just eat not fun foods. You're gonna go on the weekend, you're gonna have fun foods sometimes. I'm a big fan of steak. You're gonna have probably steak sometimes, you know? You're not gonna just not have a drink. You're gonna have liquor, wine, or whatever the case is. And these things need to be implemented so you can stay losing weight, because you don't wanna tell yourself, oh, I'm miserable, let me stop this weight loss journey. And that's gonna be what happens. So going into it, weight trainers, no. A certain type of diet, no. When it comes to carbs, people believe that carbs make them fat and need to stay away from carbs or rice. That is another lie. You do not stay away from carbs. Carbs are the main fuel source for the body. You need to have carbs. Almost all the best foods in the world have carbs in it. So how would you lose weight and not have carbs? That sounds insane. Like you are like setting yourself up for total failure when it comes to that. So if you're telling yourself don't have carbs, that's something you need to stay away from. You need carbs. Don't tell yourself that. Whoever is telling you that, they're lying to you and they're setting you up, or they just been given wrong information. Another don't tell yourself that you're not losing weight because of your metabolism, or because it's broken, or because of your hormones. You're not losing weight because of that. You're not losing weight because you're clearly doing something wrong. Chances are it's not your hormones. That does happen. If someone has issues with their thyroid, that could be a problem. It could be something that's setting them back. But normally, that's not the issue. Normally, it's not their metabolism. They're not being active enough. And that's something I've come to realize. Because we're going to eat all day, every day. Some of us eat less some days. Sometimes we eat more. But many of us, what I've come to realize as a fitness coach, because I have a lot of clients that I work with, most people aren't active enough. Most people normally aren't patient. So they tell themselves the first month or the first 2 months, they should lose a whole bunch of weight. And they set themselves up for failure thinking that they're going to lose so much weight the first month or the second month. And it's like, you just started. Like, I've been working out for what, like 5-6 years? I could be wrong, like 5-6 years. And I sometimes feel like I just started. And someone would just be working out for like, they haven't hit their first year yet. They probably worked out for probably like 3-4 months. And they're talking about, oh, I've been working out for such a long time. You just started. You are a beginner. You are still a newbie. There's so much mistakes you haven't come across yet to tell yourself, oh, I was doing that wrong. Let me fix that around. There's so many things that you haven't done yet. And there's so much learning, and I'm still learning, My goal is a little bit different. My goal is to build muscle, but I am pretty educated on helping people lose weight. But it's just difference of, my calves will be higher than someone who's trying to lose weight. Someone who's trying to lose weight, their calves will be lower. But some of you guys, you just feel like you should be losing weight way sooner, and it's like you just started. So you need to learn to be patient. Here's another don't. Don't start working out with your friends and family and telling yourself, we're gonna be workout buddies and it's gonna be great and we're gonna help each other lose weight. That is not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's not gonna happen. It may go well for like a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, but over time, eventually, there's gonna come a time where you guys can't work out together because your schedule doesn't match up. Maybe they got a new job, they got kids, whatever, they're married or whatever in a relationship, and you guys can't always work out together. That, like, it's just not gonna happen. And then you're gonna be so dependent on them working out that you're gonna come to realize, oh, I don't go to the gym unless they go to the gym. And now you're kind of stuck because you got into this routine of working out with them, which was great. Good job. But now you realize when they don't go, you don't go. So now your weight loss goals are now being like put on hold because you're just waiting for them to go to the gym. You need to learn to do this by yourself. You need to learn to go to the gym, put on some headphones, go on a treadmill, get warmed up, do your cardio, go to the strength training machines, hit the weights, and do this by yourself. Because you can always, like when you go by yourself, there's no one else that you have to consult with. It's just you. And that's the beauty of it. And then when you can go with that friend or family member, maybe coworker, whoever the case is, then go with them. But at least now you develop a habit of going by yourself, which is great because I come to realize that too. I have so much workout buddy. All my friends I worked out with, a couple people that I used to work with, we worked out before. But I developed early on that much I enjoy working out with all of them. I need to learn to work out by myself. Even after I finish recording this, being in Europe right now, I'm about to go to the gym. It's probably like 20 minutes away. I'm gonna work out by myself. I don't rely on anyone else. And that takes some time, like being a personal trainer, fitness coach, has been a time now, so I've been real used to working out by myself. I actually love it, but I also love having people with me too. But I don't need to wait for someone else to do it because I've learned discipline, and that's something you guys need to focus on. When it comes to losing weight, you need to be disciplined. You can't focus on motivation. I'm not always motivated to work out. You're not gonna be motivated to work out on a Saturday morning or after work when you was, at work for hours. You probably dealt with people you didn't want to have to deal with, and now you gotta go work out. You're probably tired and just wanna go home. So you gotta learn just to be disciplined and just make sure you just get it done. So those are the do's and don'ts for you guys when it comes to losing weight. I hope you guys, find that valuable. Don't focus on the don'ts. And it's basically the opposite of what I said. So when you guys are doing this, it's very important that you speak to yourself like positively, because if you don't, you're gonna set yourself up and you're gonna probably fail. So always speak positive to yourself and just be in a position where you are preparing for what's next. Prepare to go to the gym, prepare for what meal you're gonna have, and know what workouts you're gonna do, and be prepared to work out by yourself because it's probably gonna happen. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Till next time, peace.